Greetings, Planeswalkers, and welcome to yet another premier draft of Edge of Eternities here on Magic the Gathering Arena. I am your host, Mint Alpha Lotus, and I am here for another 2 hours worth of drafting fun and hoping to get a few successes. Last draft, we got up into Platinum, which was very exciting. We usually end up in at least Platinum during these drafts. I only draft like a few times a week. I used to only draft maybe once a week, but since I started streaming, now we're up to like 3 times a week, which I should be drafting probably every day. And, one of the goals of doing this streaming is to kind of get to that point where we're drafting way more frequently. But yeah, it's Edge of Eternity is definitely a mixed bag. There's been like some really cool stuff about it, and then things that, not exactly the most thrilled about. Like, yeah, just drawing tons of hands that are unplayable. So anyway, let's get this one started here. Very exciting. It's always, the most exciting thing about draft is what is in pick one, pack one. Hoping for some sort of bomb. There's still a pile of bombs we have not had a chance to play with. Cosmic Grand Zenith, one of them. The Quantum Riddler is something I have definitely pulled in paper, but I didn't get to play it in paper. And then, of course, the Ouroboros is something I would really love to have a chance to draft. Okay, so this is like our 5th Sunstar Chaplain, I think. Sunstar Chaplain's a great card. I will say Station Monitor also absolutely ludicrous. There is some really good white stuff here. Like, if I had, if I was picking 2, I would definitely grab the Monitor and the Chaplain and look at the Dockworker Drone, the Focus Fire. The Circuit Feeder is fantastic. Grav Kill is also great. The Land Seeker. There's a lot of good stuff here that I would like, but I think we just grab the Chaplain and try to build a white deck around that. Maybe the Station Monitor wheels. Maybe we're in a world where that happens. That would be very exciting because that is a fantastic card. I would say that's probably the best in the pack, but I don't really want to start out by picking a double-colored card, and especially not when there's something as decent as Sunstar Chaplain. But man, we have drafted a lot of white. Lots of white this season. How's everybody doing out in Chatland today? Okay, we're following that up with some more great cards here. Wow, another fantastic pack. The Emergency Eject is incredible. Timeline Color's good. Dockworker Drone's good. Grav Pack Monoist, also great. Bruntar is good. And then there's some okay stuff here. I think I'm going to take the removal. That's nice, cheap, and very flexible premium removal. The downside of it is we give opponent a lander token, but there are a lot of situations where that doesn't really matter. I'm a big fan of the Broodguard Elite as well. I think it's been underperforming compared to how people thought it would perform, but it's a great card. Anything you need to station. I think with the right combinations, the Broodguard Elite would be, just incredible. But yeah, let's grab up the Emergency Eject and see where we go from there. Okay, Siriema. Yeah, that's a fantastic card, especially if we can grab up a some sort of legendary creatures. Even on its own, it's okay, but if you can grab a Halia Guided by Light, if you can warp in a Halia, it doesn't even go away if you tap it. So I didn't think Indestructible worked that way with Warp because I thought Warp was like a sacrifice at the end, but I don't know. Apparently that's how it goes. The Creeping Tar Pit here is amazing, but I don't know we'll be able to take advantage of it. I would love to have that Lightless Evangel. Rescue Skiff is great. The color is great. Yeah, I'm just going to take the Siriema, though. I think that's... it's worth grabbing. An Honor here now? Yep, that's great. Dockworker Drone, Depressurize. I'm going to take the Dockworker Drone because I don't know about you, but I find 2-drops are really hard to find in this format. So to me, that is an incredible 2-drop creature. The Depressurize is probably better, but then we're moving into black. And I kind of like to stay a little bit open here and see what we end up in. Red also seems really open here. Diplomatic Relations pick 4 is also kind of bonkers, but let's just keep cutting off white here for now. And now white is pretty much totally cut off. So that's unfortunate. But the best card here, I mean, this pack stinks. Like, this is truly terrible. The best card here, probably the Melted Moxite or the Hull Carver, I would say. I don't know. I mean, the Hull Carver is probably even a little bit better. The Melted Moxite, yeah, also fantastic. I mean, this entire pack almost completely stinks. That's upsetting. But, you know, you get packs like that. That happens. Now the Zookeeper Mechan pick 6. Now I wish I had taken the Melted Moxite because a Zookeeper Mechan pick 6 is a pretty big sign. Decoded Transmissions here is also great. There is a lot of green here too, like the Eulogist, the Ice Cave Crasher. I mean, that's a bit worrisome too, that there is also some really good green here. But yeah, I'm going to take the Mechan. Okay, so yeah, we're back to some good white here. Another Emergency Eject is something that I would gladly grab up. Could use as much removal as possible. Hilderblade also incredible here. The green really does seem to be open though. Like, I think maybe pulling red here was not the best pick because the green, like a Sammy's Curiosity pick 7 is a bit of a sign. Yeah, now there's like a Mite. Yeah, green is pretty open here. I feel like the Germinating Worm probably the best pick here. Litho Breaking also can be good, but let's grab the Worm. Another Dockworker Drone to follow that up is awesome. Yeah, another nice 2-drop. Okay, maybe another Worm? I mean, it warps on 2, so that's all right. Yeah, I'll say like Worm probably. Literally nothing of any real interest here. I might play the Lightblade. I'll put the Pangolin in the sideboard because I'm probably not going to play Zealous Display. And Red Tiger Mechan. What a bizarre. Yeah, just absolutely bizarre. Anyway. Okay, so here, not a fan of Atmospheric Greenhouse. Sunstar Expansionist can be really good. I think maybe the Bastion? Artifact or enchantment? Yeah, I mean, Adagia is not like, it's not like a bomb, but I mean, it's definitely playable and it's quite good. The expansion is probably a better card here, but we are kind of filling up with 2-drops a little bit. So I think I might just do that. There's also like a pile of 2-drops in this pack, so something is probably going to wheel. I think maybe the Adagia is the way to go. Starforge here? Okay. Eusocial Engineering, if we're going to be in green, is incredible. Man, there's a lot of good stuff here. I think I might grab the Starforge, maybe? I mean, it's such a good late game play, but man, the Eusocial Engineering, also really, really good. Yeah, I'm going to take the Starforge. There is like a lot more upside to it, I feel like. Wow, now an Uthros. Sammy's Curiosity is fantastic. I think that is probably, if we're going to be in like white-green, I think that's probably our best pick here. The Sweeper is also really, really good. But yeah, I think right here we just grab this Sammy's Curiosity. Great early game fixing thing. We haven't been in green for a long time, and that's really exciting. Like, I've found in a lot of my drafts, green just gets very snapped up very quick because it does have like some of the better ramping and fixing. And then like, I mean, stuff like a Roboroid is just absolutely unbeatable. Okay, Sledge Class Siege Ship. This is not something I've been able to play with yet. And as a 3-drop, I think that might be cool. There's other stuff here that I wouldn't mind playing with as well. The Exosuit Savior, very, very good. But yeah, we definitely need to find some sort of legendary creature card for that Siriema in that case. So this station's on 7. Yeah, I don't know. It's fun. It's a bit like the Summoner's Grimoire from Final Fantasy. Alrighty. Wow, Sacred Foundry. Is there a world in which I can play that, or want to play that even? I mean, maybe the Brewguard Elite for stationing would come in handy. It's, you know, not the most exciting card in the world, but I do like playing it. I don't know that Sacred Foundry is... I think I would rather just have this as a playable. We've got 12 playables. Alrighty. Here we've got Meltstrider, which is cool. I think that's probably what I'm going to grab. I don't have a ton of stuff that adds +1/+1 counters, but we do have 2 Dockworker drones, and we've got the Brewguard Elite. If I could get like a Rayblade Trooper or something like that. Second Sammy's Curiosity would also be really good. Wow, I guess I could have played red with all this fixing going around. That's absolutely nuts. Maybe the Focus Fire here. How am I doing for creatures? 7 of 5. Because like another Dockworker drone would be all right as well, but I think I might just take the Focus Fire here. Seam Rip? Okay. I mean, an Exosuit Savior. We do have a lot of 3-drops, so maybe the Seam Rip. That is also... Seam Rip's also fantastic with Adagia. There's another Sammy's Curiosity. I think just the cheap removal here. Let's grab that. Okay, Starfighter Pilot. Probably rather have that than another Germinating Worm, to be honest. The Germinating Worm is great, and again, you can play it on 2, and it does really help to station stuff. But yeah, I think I'm going to take the Starfighter Pilot. I am fond of Starfighter Pilots. Here, nothing really very interesting. I will put the Flight Deck Coordinator in the sideboard, but I think it's something I'm going to play. All right, Wormwall Sweeper. Yeah, that might be something that we play. Let's put that there. Thawbringer? Okay. That's nice to get last pick. Here. Man, it's not I don't know. I think the Edge Rover is probably our strongest pickup here. Meltstrider's Gear is not really playable in my opinion. Dual Sun Technique's not something I want to play. And a third Dockworker drone, I'd rather have a early Edge Rover, I think. If you can get that down turn 1, that's incredible. What are you? A Dust Bowl? Destroy target non-basic land. Nope. Oh. Man, Glacier Godma and Seed Ship together would be... That would be pretty devastating. There's also Pinnacle Kill Ship here, which is cool. The Ragost, maybe not in this deck, though. We still don't have any legendary creatures, do we? So we might be cutting the Siriema, especially now that we have a Wormwall Sweeper. I might end up just cutting that if we don't pick up something. Honor is great. A Night Emissary, also great. The Blooming Stinger, that might be good. What do I want here is the question. Really want a little bit more top end in this deck. We're a little light currently on top end. Night Luminary is not exactly what I call top end, but maybe that's the pickup here since we don't have any 4-drops currently. And it is very strong. I would say it's equivalent to Honor in terms of its strength. Wow, another Dockworker drone? Those have just not getting respected here at all, are they? Well, I mean, that's good, especially with the Eulogist. So maybe we just grab another one of those up. Oh, no, there's an Ice Cave Crasher. Yeah, I'm going to take the Ice Cave Crasher. again, as a 4-drop. We need some 4-drops in the deck. Okay, well, there's our legendary. That's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. Servandum. Oh no, he's black. Right, we're green. Curses. I don't think I can splash that even. That's going to be a little tough. I guess I can splash it. I mean, we do have a ton of ways to create lander tokens. I'm going to try splashing Servandum. I really don't like going 3 colors in this format, but I think, you know, given that we are in green and we have a ton of lander tokens, there's a diplomatic relations very late. Wow. We're going to have to cut some playables, I think. Hey, how you doing today? Unfortunately, I can't pronounce your name as it's in, is that katakana? Hiragana? Sammy's Curiosity? Probably the best thing in the pack. Another dockworker drone. That's, I guess that one wheeled. I'm just going to throw that in the sideboard, I think. Actually, I might play that over the Starfighter pilot even. Probably not going to play a 3rd Germinating Worm, I'm going to guess. I'll toss the Zealot in here. And yeah. All right. Okay, so we've got to make a few cuts here. Ah, man, I wish we could have picked up some Banishing Lights for the Adagia. Let's see how we're doing for enchantments. We've got 1 enchantment and 6 artifacts. That's, you know, a little bit grim, I feel like. I feel like that's a bit odd. I only want 1 swamp, I think. So we've only got to make, what, 2 cuts? That's not too bad. All right, what do you guys think in Chatland? What should we be cutting here? It's a pretty solid deck. Like, again, not what I would call amazing, but there are some nice strong cards here. It's a decent curve. I mean, again, I wish we did have a little bit more top end for this. The lack of top end is a little bit worrisome. Like a Pinnacle kill ship would have been great. I mean, the Godmaw will be fantastic if we can get that out. And we do have some good removal. Question is, do I want to replace a Starfighter pilot with a dockworker drone? I mean, the dockworker drone works so well with Sunstar Chaplains as well. With the Sunstar Chaplain. Siriema only tutors for Servandum, which is a little bit awkward. I wish we had a second legendary creature. Probably want to cut like 1 creature here. But what is the question? What do I want to cut? It's all pretty tight. I feel like Thawbringers have really been overperforming. They've been a fantastic card. Still, maybe we cut one of those. And maybe a Sammy's Curiosity. God, the last card is always so difficult. It is so brutally difficult to cut. Yeah, maybe the Sammy's Curiosity. What do we have for interaction here? We've got Focus Fire, Seam Rip. We have 2 Emergency Ejects. And a Diplomatic Relations. So 5 removal I think is probably okay. Yeah, I really don't know what to cut here. No idea. What do we have in terms of making lander tokens? I think we have 3 cards. Yeah, those create them for, technically for opponent. I mean, you can always use an emergency eject on my own creatures, but I'm not going to do that. So I don't really want to cut something that makes lander tokens, because that's my fixing. Don't really want to cut a Wormwall Sweeper because it's so good at smoothing out draws. Oh, geez, I almost want to cut like the Starfighter Pilot. I think that's my plan. I do love Starfighter Pilot, but I think I would rather have the Dockworker drones in this style of deck, where there are a few cards that care about +1/+1 counters. And, I mean, that does put us in a situation with a lot of 3 drops. I think that's okay. All right, let's give this a try, maybe? See how this is? What do you guys think? Is this like a yay or nay deck? Like, what do you think? How many wins do you think we're going to get with this? What's the chat consensus out there? Okay, let's give it a try. Again, this set, I have had no clue how decks are going to perform. Like, I will think that a deck is going to get 7 wins and it gets 3. I'll think that a deck is going to get 2 wins and it gets 6. Just no clue. Like, it is so unpredictable, and so much of it comes down to just draws. Like, what, you know, when you end up with something in your hand, like on the draw, and it's like, I can't play any of this, I've got a mulligan. It has been, I feel like this has been a set of mulligans and just a set of bizarre draws. But let's give this a try, and we'll see. We can always adjust on the fly if this doesn't really work. If we draw into some absolutely bizarre hand with, you know, where everything is totally unplayable, which is entirely possible, we'll see. All right. Game 1. Okay, somebody in gold. Okay, I'm on the play with quite a keepable hand, I think. I mean, I wish I had 3 land, but that Wormwall Sweeper is definitely going to be helpful. I would really like a turn 3 play that is not a Broodguard Elite as a 1/1. That's not very good. But yeah. Okay, I mean, now we can play the worm, the germinating worm next turn. The station flyer. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay. So what do we have? A total of 5 land here. I mean, it's going to be a little awkward, but I mean, then we can play the germinating worm, I guess. Yeah, let's do this. I don't know. Stinger's good play. Hmm. Hit for 2. And I think if opponent wants to remove that, we're okay with it. A Sky Stinger. Oh, wow. Okay. That's a nice play. Yeah, Sky Stinger is a good response to the Wormwall Sweeper. The other option is we could make it a 5/5. Yeah, that's... yeah. Sky Stingers are brutal. But, okay, here we go with this. Yeah, it's past turn here. He's got a punch for the Crasher. It looks like. He's doing something. Okay. Okay, a Colossus. Interesting. Right. That's really bizarre play. That's a really bizarre play. I don't know. Here, I think I'm actually just gonna... I think I'm gonna trade with Stinger. You don't see a lot of bygone colossi. Is that the technical term for them? Alright, let's gain 2 more life. Greenhouse, alright. So here we can play this to be a 2/2, play the Brood Guard for another 2, and then dump those on the drone. Kind of seems like to make the drone a 4/4. Like I like that idea. This is going to be a 5/5 flying trample, but we can always emergency eject that if he stations it. So let's maybe do that. What is this on? 9, and he's got 5. Yeah, let's attack. let's do that. I mean, I kind of want to hold up the emergency eject. You know what? I think there's way more upside to that. Let's end the turn here. Yeah, let's end turn. It's going to destroy it before it even becomes a spacecraft. Another one. Okay. All right, so we are presenting a lot of damage this turn. Opponent finds the concede button, and yeah, that's game one. All right. Yeah, I guess, I mean, we got pretty ahead there. That was, we were definitely in the lead. And opponent only had one card in hand. The Bygone Colossus is a really strange pickup. I don't know that I've ever played against that card. It's just a bit not good. I mean, especially if you're stationing stuff that's like 8. I would have figured he probably would have played, like, he played a bunch of weird things there. Like, he played the Melstrider's Resolve on a creature that was warped in, which was weird. I think it would have made more sense to put it on the Blooming Stinger. And then, like, maybe playing the Atmospheric Greenhouse before playing the Bygone Colossus would have made more sense, too, to get the stationing value, but I don't know. We had a pretty good curve out there, despite our opening hand not being fantastic, but I don't know. I'm a little baffled. I'm a little baffled by how that game went. That was definitely odd. All right, let's try another one. All right, in another game. Surreal Penguin. Ooh, that's a cool name. Wow, I can actually play the Servandum out. Of course, I can't play any of my green cards, which is a bit scary. And we do have a Glacier Godmaw in hand. Man. This is definitely a bit scary. I mean, there's good odds that we'll pick up a white or black something. I don't know. I'm going to try it just because I can play that Vondum. I have no doubt he's probably going to get removed, but... Oh yeah, the opponent play... I know, Hall Carver. Oh, Lord. Okay, let's do this. At least we have a play of a Seam Rip now, too, so that's all right. No blocks. I'm not blocking that. Drone, all right. As much as I want to remove the Hull Carver, I think this is the play. I mean, Vondum's got Menace, so that's alright, but I'm sure he's got something else to play here. Shepherd's a nice play. Man, this is not good. Definitely need a green. Don't have any artifacts though, do we? No. So you're gonna attack and then remove? That's weird. Alright. Well, I mean, we're winning the life race so far, but that's probably going to change very soon. Yeah, I mean, it was definitely a bit of a dodgy hand to keep. That's for sure. Jeez. No. Focus fire. Yeah, that's the end of him. Okay, well, we've got to draw something very soon. This is a little bit worrisome, especially with a couple of flyers now. That's not going to do it either. And I still can't do this for robots. No. Okay, well, if we don't draw something next turn, we're done here, I think. That's unfortunate, but this is the Edge of Eternities experience in my mind. Right? That is literally the Edge of Eternities experience. Oh, God. Let's do this. Can at least block that Suit Savior. It's something. Okay. That may be helpful. So what do we need here? Like, we need to destroy the auxiliary boosters here. Quite sure why it tapped my... Oh, Lord. Why did it tap my green? Why did it tap my green? Why? Why? I should have been paying more attention, I guess. Oh well. Kind of hard when you're in this sort of situation, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, opponent's going to get in for another 3 here now. I mean, we had enough to at least play the siege ship. Though I guess then we wouldn't be able to go dig for land. I mean, we are ludicrously behind here. I feel like if we had drawn the forest one turn earlier, we may have been able to stabilize. But here, this is going to be really, really tough. Okay, another one of these. Yep. The opponent has a handful of land. That's pretty par for the course, I guess. Sort of thing. Do we just take 4 here? Yeah, I think we just take 4 here. All right, we're at 1. Okay. That's pretty nice. We don't have enough to hold up focus fire, though, do we? Oh, man. That's brutal. We need 1 more land. Oh, well. Anyway, that's how it goes. Iris Beetle. What on earth? Sometimes I feel like these have to be bots, because that's literally the only perfect, that's the most perfect response to my focus fire. Getting it out of my hand. Oh well. I mean, again, we probably shouldn't have kept that hand. That was very sketchy, but, you know, whatever. Oh, that's sad. We almost stabilized. Again, if we'd drawn that forest like 1 turn earlier, I feel like we probably... being okay is probably not the best way to phrase that. It still would have been very troublesome, but, you know. I felt like drawing into a forest was something we could have done. No forest again. But we do have a couple of early turn plays. If we can get a forest, we'll be okay. The Edge of Eternities experience, for sure. That's our highest casting cost creature on my first draw. That's going to get removed. Plasma Bolt, all right. Welcome to Edge of Eternities. Evangel kind of shuts me down. All right, so this is okay. I feel like I am just going to play this, hold up the focus fire, see what opponent wants to do. We'll just play a little defensive because we are a little bit on the back foot here. But, I mean, now with the forest, we're looking like we're going to be in a bit of a better situation, which is okay. Tiger Mechan? Yeah, okay. I think I'm just going to focus fire that. so that it doesn't come back. All right, all right. Got a couple of removal instants here. Get in for a bunch. Yep. Fantastic. Okay. I need that lander token more than I need an edge rover, that's for sure. Desperately need a lander token. Okay, so let's play this. Do this, attack the 1. We get another green land. Man, this has been... Okay, Alfariel. Interesting. I feel like he probably has some sort of removal as well. What is this? It's just, yeah, discard a card at random. Okay, so that's not good. We'll do this then. I mean, just for attacking, he's going to basically hit me for 11, which is not optimal. But, well, I guess, yeah, 12 now. Whatever. Whatever. Yeah, orbital plunge, cup repulsion. Nice. So that's gonna be brutal. No blocks. Wow. Yeah. Alfariel's not a card that I really see get played a whole lot. Mana value 2, he's higher than 2. We're gonna have to remove that, I guess. I can't take another hit from that. I mean, whatever gets removed, that's, yeah. Sit back. Battle cruiser, all right. Now I wish I had used one of my lander tokens to get a swamp, but it's all good. Wow, that's a good play. Very good play. Yep, that cripples me. Just brutal. Yeah, missing those early game plays is, I mean, this is the end of this one too. I'm gonna have to discard that, that Godmaw. Wow, it doesn't matter. I'm dead. So let's just concede here. Ooh. Those were some terrible cards to win the game, but again, like with nothing to play for the first few turns. Yeah, Alfariel and Entropic Battlecruiser are two of the worst rares in my opinion. Like, they're really not that good. But I was on the back foot the whole game. Yeah. It's the Edge of Eternities draw experience. That's just how it goes. Like, I probably should not be playing 3 colors here. I probably shouldn't be playing that Starforge. But what do you do? Like, do you have fun in these games, or do you, like, really map it out to be... Okay, so here I can at least play some stuff. That's good. Cool. I can play... Oh, but I'm on the draw this time. All right. Versus Chris Angel fan. 90s kid, I'm going to guess. All right. Yeah, it's... As much as I've enjoyed Edge of Eternities, I don't think I'm going to be that sad to see it fade under the horizon, unfortunately. Let's do this. Go get another forest for now. No. Man. Yeah, and also the land tapping has just been terrible in this set. Absolutely awful. Diplomatic relations. Man, I hate to throw it in my graveyard, but I think I need to get something else here. Well, no, actually, let's hold on to that. We can, Okay, so opponent just needed a blue. Then here, I think I'm going to seam rip that. Is that? No, it's target online permanent opponent controls. Yeah. Not going to let that run. And here, I think I'm just going to try to keep the pressure up. I would like to blow that lander token, but I definitely want to try to keep pressuring opponent here. Especially since they, you know, they're on the back foot like we were for a couple of games. Feel like Disculpting Blast, probably. Lost in Space. Wow, okay. Sure. And I think I'm just going to put that on the bottom of my library. Not particularly effective. Don't know why he picked that one, though. That's a little bit strange. This is also quite awkward. All right. This opponent's got 5 cards in hand. Wow, Biomech and Engineer. That's a really nice play. Definitely want to try to get rid of that. 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Yeah, it's something I'm going to want to get rid of for sure. Does he have a combat trick is the question. Like, I almost just want to trade this off here. You know what? I'm going to do this. Let's focus fire the engineer. If he has a combat trick, I'll diplomatic relations. Yeah, I thought he had a biosynthetic burst. Let's do this and that. Yeah, that thing has got to go. I do not like biome chans, as they call them. Biomechan engineers. Let's start by attacking here. Okay, opponent's at 1. We'll go get our Servandum. Hooray. And then we can use our lander token before our turn. And attack for a lot. Question is, do we want a plains or forest? Tractor beam. All right. That's cool. It's a lot of mana to not do a lot. Station's on 7, and we'll be getting 6. Biosynthetic burst, okay. That's an interesting play. It's creative, like that. There's no question. That's very creative. That's cool. All right, let's take a look at this deck again and just see if I really like. I mean, the Secluded Starforge might be something to cut. I feel like. It's just so worrisome getting these hands with nothing playable in them and having a Secluded Starforge that I can't do anything with early game. I think, you know, and especially like all my lander tokens are in green. I want to be able to get green early. It just feels like maybe the Secluded Starforge was just being a little bit too greedy in this deck. I don't know. Again, like Edge of Eternities is such a bizarre format because like you can get run over so quickly. Like you can't be missing land drops. You cannot keep hands that you can't play stuff out of. More than I think any set that we've seen in recent memory, it's a set that like it's just so unforgiving in early game. And I mean, realistically, I probably shouldn't even be splashing the Servandum. But I don't know. That was like, even that was a little bit of a dicey game. I'm not even sure we're going to get 3 wins out of this deck. And that's kind of scary. It's been a long time since I've gone under 3 wins, I think. Like, one thing I will say about Edge of Eternities is that like I fairly consistently get 3 to 4 wins. But unlike other formats, I don't think I've trophied at all this season outside of, I got 1 trophy in a sealed, but in draft, I don't think I've managed to get a trophy all season. I had a 6 win, but I don't think I've had any 7. But yeah, as I say, every time I draft, I've won more Hands of Magic this season just based on, for God's sakes. Man, I don't know. I can't keep that. Okay, I mean, this is at least playable, I guess. I'll pitch the Servandum because I can't play him anyway. And I guarantee I will draw the swamp. Guarantee I'll draw the swamp. Off the top. Nope. Okay, cool. Well, I'm glad we pitched our hand because opponent looks like he's very aggressive. Gonna get hit for 4 here, probably. Looks like we're gonna get hit for 4. Yep. Let's go. Okay, let's warp this. I mean, it gives us a blocker. Opponent's got to remove it if he wants to get in with the Harrier. Okay. That's not good. Oh, Lord. Oh, well. Very aggressive start by opponent. Yeah, I don't know. Let's get this out. Is the plane's going to be super helpful? I mean, I guess it keeps us putting stuff on the battlefield. So, sure. Okay, no attacks. Yeah, I mean, we need to just keep playing stuff to the board here. Okay, Plasma Bolt. Only going to get in for 6 here. Yeah. Crazy aggressive start. Just gotta hold up and hope that I can get something down, I guess. I mean, I really need some removal for that Harrier. But I think this is over. Do we just put 2 bodies on the board, maybe? I think we've got to put 2 bodies on the board. I mean, he's almost out of gas. If we can hold out for, like, another turn, we can probably stabilize. If opponent can't attack in here, then we're actually looking pretty decent. Yeah, I mean, he's probably got a trick. Yeah, he's got a trick. Nope, okay, thank God. Take 2. And pray we can stabilize here. The Ice Cave Crasher will definitely help. Squadron Ace is a nice play. Okay. Not exactly what we want to see since it enters tapped. But I will take another land. That is fantastic. Wait, why didn't... Oh, forgot. Right. First strike. Okay, so we're still screwed. Ah, Lord. Yeah, that was a punt. Jesus. Okay, so we're just dead here, I think. Molecular Modifier and Caveron Harrier are absolutely devastating. So, we're dead. Whatever. Yeah, okay, so that's the worst draft that I've had in quite a while, even though we had a great deck. But, you know, 3 hands worth of unplayable stuff. Mulligan into just an incredibly aggressive deck. That's really, really hard. Like, this format really does not feel good. So, I mean, we're only halfway through the stream. I mean, I may as well do another draft, I guess, and we'll see what we get. That's really hard, though, to just get crushed. And I mean, we had an aggressive deck, but if you cannot play the things that that you're dealt, that's very tough. I don't know. I thought that was a good deck. I really thought that had more potential in it than 2 wins. 2 wins is just absolutely brutal. Yeah, it's definitely been tough to stay positive in this format when, you know, you just get blown out so quickly. And I've done it to opponents as well. I mean, you know, I've had decks where I roll over opponents by turn 3. That's, yeah. Man, I cannot believe I screwed up that first strike thing. That was really bad. I guess I should have just played the Ice Cave Crasher earlier, but opponent had enough removal anyway, and I just couldn't get anything down on the board. Yeah, Cavron Harrier having first strike ability is really crushing. Wow, I guess not a lot of people drafting. A lot more people in the first one there, but okay. So here, bioengineered future is not good. There's you social engineering can be good though. Yeah, this is not a good card. I think you social engineering is probably what I'm leaning towards picking here, because that's a fantastic card. Also good is Grab Pack Monos, Self-Craft Mechan. There's a lot of okay blue here, but I think you social engineering probably first pick safe thing. Okay, well, into a Godmaw, that's all right. The Wedgelight Rammer can be good too, but I don't see any reason to not pick a Godmaw here. Watery Grave, ooh, interesting. Scrapbot, Diplomatic Relations. I think I'm going to pick the Scrapbot because I just don't see enough of those, and they're like Wayfarers. That's a good pick. So we're already like looking at a fairly decent, okay, Close Encounter now? Yeah, I mean, I think I'd rather have the Close Encounter over Biosynthetic Burst. But yeah, I mean, we're looking for Wayfarers still. I mean, a Dauntless Scrapbot is like a dollar store Wayfarer. Gives us a lander token, so that's okay. Yeah, it's brutal. I don't usually get blown out that fast. I feel like, you know, we did have a really, really solid deck. Just hard when it doesn't go the distance. And I don't know, like, what I could have even done differently there. I mean, I guess I had to mulligan a couple of those hands that I didn't mulligan. That's probably... but, like, you know, they didn't seem like that bad of hands. Some hands, it's really hard. I think, like, one brutally difficult skill in Magic is learning, like, when to mulligan. It can be, like, it's all gut, right? And when you have no green in your hand, but your deck is full of green land, like, you kind of hope that before turn 5 you can draw into a forest. Yeah. I guess it was all about the mulligan. Okay, Lash Whip Predator here. That's fantastic. Yeah, I mean, if you can play a Lash Whip Predator as a 4-drop, this becomes a very, very good creature. I don't think we got to play any of our rares to any effect in that previous game. That's unfortunate. I did want to play the Seed Ship. So yeah, it's kind of sad that I didn't have a chance to play that. A mono circuit feeder here is really nice. It's definitely better than anything else here, so I think I'm going to take that. The Titanic God Core is not very playable, unfortunately. But yeah, circuit feeder, I think I'll play a circuit feeder. I mean, again, we've got a lot of top end in this deck. Nothing really here at all, so maybe we kind of speculate on blue a little bit. Maybe red. Let's see red. Like a lot of the blue has gone out of. Oh no, this is only pick 7. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we play the red. Try to ramp a little bit. Adric's Fate Maker can be okay. Not a fantastic card, but I think it's probably one of the better cards here. An Ice Cave Crasher now is all right. Probably not going to play a second one, though, but we can grab the Monoist, maybe. This is all junk. So, nothing I'm going to play there. Biosynthetic Burst. Okay, so maybe green is, like, pretty open here. Wow. All Faith Stalker. That's quite nice. Like, really not much here, is there? Wow. There's, like, nothing in black. A ton of white. The Colossus. I mean, that's technically, like, a 5-drop, which I don't really want any more of that. The Bombard is really nice to have. I mean, I'm going to take the All Faith Stalker anyway, I think, even though I don't feel like white is super open. And I'm probably not going to try to go into white, but it is the best thing in the pack. It's really nice removal / creature. We'll just see. Huh. A Lightstall Inquisitor. Okay. Gene Pollinator and Sammy's Curiosity. The greenhouse, not particularly playable, but I will take the Gene Pollinator and an Ice Till Explorer. Green is solid open here. Absolutely solid open. Okay, now Stomping Ground, probably. Yeah. Don't really want another 5-drop. Blooming Stinger, maybe. I'm going to take the Stomping Ground and just see how red ends up. Yeah. I mean, we do have, like, an okay red card here. Nothing else seems anywhere near as open as green. Green is kind of, like, crazy looking open right now. Maybe the Plasma Bolt here is the play. Though, I think actually the Wormwall Sweeper... Not going to play a Memorial Vault. Yeah, let's grab the Sweeper. I always love having at least one Sweeper in a deck. Man, Ice Till Explorer and Use Social Engineering, that is going to go really well together. That's incredibly nice. That's actually kind of exciting. Here, Sky Stinger, probably. I mean, we still don't really know what we're going to grab as a second color here, which is a little worrisome. The Dirgecraft is a fantastic card, but, like, black definitely does not seem to be open. Turbo Drone can be okay, too. Like, red seems way more open than black. But I think probably something with reach. Blast Zone, nice. The Pangolin, probably here now. Oh, no, a Tenderfoot. Yeah, Tenderfoot is probably better. How many artifacts here? 5 artifacts? I'm going to grab the Pangolin. Pangolin can just be incredible. That can run away with games. Okay, and there's a Turbo Drone here anyway. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say red is open, but, like, that a Bombard wheeled is probably a good sign. What the heck? How did that wheel? Probably not going to play this, but it is the most likely thing that we're going to play. There's nothing here at all, so whatever. Wow. Exalted Sunborn. I've really wanted to play with that, but that's not happening today. There's a Galactic Wayfarer. There is, I think maybe the Evasive Maneuvers is probably even better, which is sad. I really don't want to pass a Wayfarer, but I don't know what to do here. Invasive Maneuvers can be just crazy. Melded Moxite as well. I really think I do need like a little bit more removal. I don't have a whole lot of interaction. Yeah, I need the removal. Man, that's Sunborn. Wow, a Saboteur. Okay, and another Invasive Maneuvers. I'm not going to play a second Lash with Predator, I don't think. We got a ton of creatures anyway, so yeah. A loading zone is not... Oh, but there is a Wayfarer here. That's a gift. Okay, yeah. Loading zone can be okay, but I'm not going to be playing that. Unless I had tons of spacecraft or something. Skywarden's good. I'm not a fan of the Remnant Elemental, even in a deck like this with an Ice Till Explorer. Not a big fan. Okay, that's good. The Might can be good. There's a Plasma Bolt as well. But maybe the Grove Strider here. The Trooper. Yeah, no, I think the Grove Strider's probably just got the higher upside. Yeah, let's do that. Siege Ship Agrarian. It's a nice 4-drop. Bruntor? I don't know, man. Bruntar's got a lot of upside with an Ice Till Explorer. But, I mean, so does an Agrarian, really. Yeah, I think I'm going to play the Agrarian. There's another Bruntar anyway, so that's all right. I mean, there's a lot of high-end stuff here, which is a little bit scary. I would love to have a Zookeeper mechan. And I think I am not going to get one. Okay, the Tenderfoot. Tenderfoot now, yeah, just get another 2-drop. The All-Fate Scroll. Is that worth playing in this deck? Probably. I mean, we've got 3 cards, 3 different lands, so... And then being able to ramp a little bit with it might be okay. I don't know that I'm going to play anything here, but maybe the Shattered Wings. Maybe. Flash Whip Predator is the most likely, and it is very unlikely. An Elemental, also the most likely, and again, very unlikely. Grab a Might. And this. Okay. So we got to cut 2 cards here. Then what do we cut is the question. Always the question. I do think we have probably some stuff that is just a bit too high end. I mean, that's technically 4. That can be played on 2. That can be played on 2, but probably not. I mean, green was... There's no question that green was incredibly open here, which is good because we kind of needed, you know, a little bit of a win here. I mean, we have what? 1 Drix Fate Maker? Yeah, because, like, a greenhouse might be all right in that situation. but I'm not going to play that, I don't think, no. I mean, it's kind of too bad, because I would like to have another flyer. The pangolin, so we got 7 artifacts. I'm going to take out the Chrome Companion, because I don't feel like it's that useful. Though we are missing some decent 2-drop creatures, so maybe we do need to play it. Yeah, I mean, we've got a lot of tricks and interaction at 2 drops. Predator has reach, so that's all right. I think we take out that. And man, yeah, our high end is quite high. That's going to be kind of crazy, I feel like. Okay. However, I don't know. I mean, this seems okay as a deck. A lot of 2-drop stuff, but we do have a Gene Pollinator to ramp. I really, really wish we had a Zookeeper Mechan. That would be fantastic. Or even some Sammy's Curiosities in this deck. Like, I wish the last deck had a Gene Pollinator, and I wish this one had, like, a Sammy's Curiosity. But, oh well. I mean, do we get rid of the Bruntar, I think, and maybe add back, like, the dog? Something a little more low end? I don't really see the might being all that useful. Maybe the modifier? No, I think we need the Bruntar. I think it's probably better than the modifier. What's our curve? 3.4? Wow. Yeah, it's pretty hefty. How do we do for lander tokens here? Two, and then the Agrarian. The Agrarian we can tap with the Sweeper. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I think this is okay. And again, I mean, like, I really seem to have no sense of how decks will play out in this format. The last few I had kind of solved, and I was trophying a lot of stuff. This one, I just don't seem to have any sense of what is going on. I mean, I think a lot of it really does boil down to making sure you have early game plays, making sure you can, you know, drop stuff very, very early. But yeah, I think this is okay. Good. Drew a 3rd land. That's great. Cool. Wow, whale on 2. That's a good play. Excellent. We don't really have a decent turn 2 play. I guess we can kind of do this. Let's work this in. Definitely makes the Gene Pollinator a bit of a juicier target, but may as well get in for an extra damage. Alright, Code Cracker Hound. Warped? Wow, okay. Crazy. Well, I think we're going to play the turbo drone here. Yeah, let's do that. So we can play the Fate Maker next turn. I mean, we're getting fairly close to being able to play that Bruntar, which is kind of crazy. What is he holding up? Some sort of emergency eject or something like that, I feel like. I don't know. Let's just play this. Okay, Root Disaster, that's fine. Oh, it's at 12. Okay, Dirtcraft, it's alright. I don't know that either of these are that useful right now. What do we, like we're trying to get to our Ice Till Explorer, Agrarian, Harmonious yeah, probably our big stuff. 2 drops, 3 drop stuff is probably not that useful here. Let's attack in. 10. Hound, all right. Station's on 7. Okay. I mean, yeah, I feel like he has served his purpose at this point. So let's get out the Bruntar. Let's station. I'm gonna hold up the land for next turn. Still applying a lot of pressure here. I mean, yeah, let's just put it on top. Honest, okay. Yeah, well, opponent's got the whale. He'll be able to station Tractor Beam. Oh, brutal. Brutal. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that card draw engine off that Tractor Beam is going to be nuts. Oh, God. Okay, well, this game has completely flipped. Completely flipped. Yeah, I mean, just the tempo from Lost in Space, and then, yeah, another Mechanozoa to tap that down. Yeah, getting totally tempoed out here. And another card draw. That's gone. Okay, cool. So we just draw 2 cards here, which is not fantastic, but I think we're going to be in a lot of trouble if we don't. Especially because opponent's drawing extra cards every turn. So let's try to get in. Okay, Agrarian's a good play. Yep. Yeah, opponent is massively outvaluing us. The being able to tractor beam that Bruntar is... Oh, Lord. Okay. Yeah, this is almost over. Acolyte now is going to draw a card. Okay, let's see what opponent has. Jeez. Yeah, there goes my sweeper. Well, good play. Opponent's going to get a robot token now, I believe, as well. Yeah. Cool. Turn. Okay, cool. There goes my Bruntar. Titan, all right. I mean, he is kind of like grinding himself out here a little bit. What do we do here? Probably the Agrarian? Or do we just take the damage? Maybe we just take the damage, don't we? Opponent goes to 2. Yeah, opponent goes to 2. Yeah, sure. Of course. Of course. Edge of Eternities experience right there. Oh my lord. The one thing in the deck that might have had a chance to save us, and yeah. That is just fantastic. My goodness. Okay. Well, whatever. This is game. Yeah, depressurize. Have a feeling opponent can do 5 damage here. All right, so what do we got? This and I guess this, and then you know, this. Got like a counter spell? I mean, I probably should have attacked him with oh yeah, that's classic. Alright. That's unfortunate, but yeah. I mean, that tractor beam absolutely destroyed us. That whole 11. Yeah. Well, I'm going to probably try to go a bit long here today. We'll, you know, this is the second draft that I've done this hour because I got absolutely blown out in the first one. It's the first real blowout of a draft that I've had in Edge of Eternities, I have to say. So, I mean, you know, I really can't be too upset about that. Okay, I'm first here with not a whole lot, unfortunately, but let's give this a try. Yeah, it's too bad. Like, we had a fantastic hand that first game, but the, okay, Gene Pollinator. That's great. Would have been probably a little nicer last turn, but it's fine. I'll trade 1 for 1 here. Cool. And I mean, hopefully we can draw into a couple more land here. But at the very least, we can get the Ice Cave Crasher out next turn. Yeah, I get the feeling depressure. Plasma Bolt. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, it's stuck on 2 land. Yeah. This is tough because, yeah, I think I'm just going to do this. Get rid of this. Like, I really want to use that lander token, but I also just kind of want to get in here. I really am hoping that I can draw land next turn. Okay. Opponent's on 3 land now. So I'm assuming he's got some sort of play. Let's play. So technically we traded the Hull Carver for the Wayfarer. Does he have another Hull Carver? Oh, all right. So here, if he's got some more removal, we'll make him use it on this. And just kind of keep the pressure up. One's got a lot of cards in hand. It's on Rakdos. And I mean, if he plays something out this turn that's hefty, we can close and counter it and use our lander token to try to then play into either Bruntar or the Predator. Either way, I mean, I think we're all right. A couple of beefy creatures against Rakdos is probably not so bad. I mean, again, he probably has a ton of removal, but yeah, we just need one more land. We definitely need another mountain, whatever we draw next. Okay, so he does have something. Cool. Timeline color. That's interesting. I don't know that I would necessarily be trading one for one there. That seems odd. So here, let's play the scroll and use the lander token. We'll get a mountain. And then next turn, we can start playing out our creatures of big. Provided he doesn't just destroy that off-8 scroll, which seems to be our luck lately. Timeline color again. All right. That's fine. Cool. And a penguin. I feel like the Bruntar probably has the higher upside, so I think I'm just going to play this to start. I mean, the Predator is really good as well, but if he's got a grav kill or something, I think I'd rather he plays it on the Predator than on the Bruntar. Okay, just avoid one. And it's warped. Hey, Horror Story, how you doing today? This gives him... Okay. All right, that's interesting. I guess, you know, the question is how much interaction does he have left in his hand? And we're pretty even here. And if he wants to play the color again, he can do that. Another 2 life. Would I recommend getting an Atraxa Infect deck? Like, do you mean an arena to like build that? Is that what you're asking? And also, welcome to the stream, Dragon Gamer. Nice to see you. I'm gonna attack. Oh, to play with friends, yeah, I mean, Atraxa is a really good card. I think I have one copy of it, and Infect is definitely a fun way to like kind of grind people out. That can be cool. I would say, yeah, go for it. Yeah, I mean, Atraxo is one of those cards that just, like, ends games when it comes down. That's... Beckoner, alright. Yeah, so we're going to remove that. Cool. Siege Ship Agrarian and a Forest. I don't know. Like, the Forest will allow us to grab the Siege Ship Agrarian, so that's kind of nice. What do we need here? 4? We're at 13. He can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... 7, 8 damage plus whatever's in his hand, but he will have to like actually play out the PRG Beckoner to do that. I'm not that worried then. Let's yeah, because he's got to chump at least one of these. Let's all attack here. Yeah, okay. Is this... That's just a horror. That's a warlock. Okay, so I think we do it this way. That goes to 1. Color, nice. And death. Okay. Yeah, thank you very much. I'm glad you dropped by. Is there any way to get your own deck into Arena? So, I mean, you can kind of make deck lists and import them into Arena. That's what I do. There are a bunch of different websites where you can kind of look up different deck list ideas, import them into Arena, see like how many wildcards you have. Some of the third-party stuff allows you to, like if you connect something like untap.gg, to like if you play on a computer or laptop, whatever, then you can download Untapped.gg or 17 Lands or a few like these different third-party things that will tell you like here are some of the better decks and here's how many wildcards you have in Arena, so you can build this and build that. Like I would recommend, like if you're somebody who plays Arena on a computer, I would recommend getting Untapped.gg. That's a fantastic resource. It's something that I have hooked up on my stream, but I'm not sure that it's working. It's like to try to use it with Twitch is a little challenging, and then I don't think you can use it with YouTube at all because I simul stream on both Twitch and YouTube. But yeah, I would say like definitely, you know, if there's an Atraxa deck that you're looking at online, often online there are like export buttons on those websites where all the deck lists are, and I would say just look for it. Like it depends on what website, I guess, and yeah, you can just import it. Like we can go to decks here, and like there's the import button here, so that's how you like import a deck into Arena. But yeah, you can usually from websites you can usually like click like a little export button. Okay, so let's play one more round maybe. Like we're 1-1. This is our second draft of the day. The first one we just got absolutely stomped, even though I feel like the deck that we had was better than this one. But yeah, drawing three like really bad hands made it so that we just couldn't get anywhere. This is it's a little bit worrisome. I mean, we do have a bombard on 3. Like the mana's good, like really good distribution of mana. Hope that we draw into a 2-drop or even a 3-drop. Worst case, like we can remove something that the opponent plays early. Let's get down that. I'm not going to play the Fate Maker. Still not going to play the Fate Maker. Yeah, and you know, if you guys enjoy what I'm doing, please consider liking and subscribing. Really helps out the channel a lot. Let's get down the Seed Trip Agrarian now. Now I feel like he's going to have something to yeah, depressurize. That's fine. That's not surprising at all. Color, okay. Once again, kind of awkward. I think we can take one hit from the color, especially to get this out. And then we are also going to blow that lander token. Awesome. Well, thank you. Yeah. It's good to have you here. I love it when people stop by to chat because, I mean, there's so much interesting stuff in Magic that, you know, like sometimes we talk about like vintage stuff. Sometimes we talk about the reach, trample, indestructible, and untap it. No. So let's just go get another forest. Yeah, sometimes we talk about contemporary stuff or vintage. Sometimes we talk paper. I mean, I've got tons of paper Magic stuff kicking around here. I often like kind of show off. Like this is Ali from Cairo that's just sitting on my desk from Arabian Nights. Let's grab a forest. Cool. Okay, opponent's gonna get in for. Oh wow. Okay. Crazy. I wasn't expecting that. Okay, let's I think here we bombard, and then I'm gonna play the Fate Maker out. And opponent's probably gonna. Let's do this. Get it on here. Yep. Wayfarer again. I'm gonna hold the land. And let's see, so that's 4. Okay, yeah. Just in case opponent has like a ton of counter spells or something like that. Man, he has got a lot of cards. Battle Cruiser? Alright. That's the second time we've played against that terrible card today. Hilarious. Another Mechanozoa. Man, why doesn't this give hexproof? Yep. That's, okay. Okay, let's crush that. Entropic Battlecruiser is gonna really screw us up here, but what do you do? Cannot believe that that horrible card is beating us. It's like one of the worst rears, and yet it is going to crush us. I mean, 2 Mechanozoas is... how did my draft go? So the first draft, we just got blown out. We drafted like what was a really, really good deck, in my opinion. But, no, it just did not come together at all. That was brutal. Yeah. So we're going to take 6 damage here. And yeah, we lost to like absolutely terrible cards. The, man. Just, bad hands, like, yeah, and stuff like this where, like, what do you do? Yeah, I mean, we're dead here. Whatever. Just horrible. Yeah, I'm totally out of resources, totally out of gas, and opponent's just drawing like some really nice stuff here. And this draft has not gone very well either. Yeah, flooding is not fun. We got, so in our first draft, this is the second one of the day. The first one we got mana screwed like crazy. Kept hands that probably should not have kept, but... Yeah, and from out of lands, we finally get a social engineering, and we've turfed out all of our lands. So that's brutal. Okay, whatever. Yeah, it's been like both the decks we drafted today have not been great, and then on top of that, just terrible hands to start. Stuff that like in the first draft, we kept 2 hands that seemed okay. And then we just drew into nothing else. Like they were a bit dodgy, but in this draft, same sort of thing. Like really good looking hands that just went nowhere. 1 win, 2 losses. I don't know what's going on today. This just not. It just hasn't been a good day for Magic, and those days happen. I mean that's how it goes. That's Magic. Some days you win, some days you lose. It's been bizarre that like. My win rate, I think, in Edge of Eternities is much lower than anything that I've had in any set before this. I can't think of a set where my win rate was this low. I mean, again, this is, I don't know, this is not that great. How does Indestructible work with Warp? I guess it doesn't matter. Okay. I mean, that's kind of cool. Let's see here. I think I'm going to play the Tenderfoot first, just to get something out to Compressor. Oh, shield mate. Yeah, we also got screwed over by the auto tapper a couple of times today, which was not very much fun. 3, 4, 5. We need to get rid of that. Don't see that being valuable. Plus, we have an Ice Till Explorer, so that's since we can't do anything here anyway. Just a whale to draw into some land, I'm gonna assume. Oh, it looks a little stuck on land. Here, this is going to be kind of an interesting trick. so this was a good turn. Yeah, I probably didn't even really need to do that. I should have just warped the Drix Fatemaker, stationed with that, and then if he decided to block, I could have used the Biosynthetic Burst. So probably not the best play, but whatever. That was interesting. Yeah, 2 wins is not that bad. Like, I really, really like to get 3 wins. It just feels a lot better with 3 wins. What is this? So that's a white, blue, and a... Oh, wow. Okay. I'm just going to get rid of this thing. See what he wants to do. Light Hammer. Wow, okay. Crazy. That is definitely a trick. All right. Cool. Oh, you're going to do a quick draft today? Yeah, I'll see if I can pop in. Okay. Cool. Well, we at least got 2 wins with this deck today. And we're at, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is generally when the stream ends. So this again was another instance of me winning the game because opponent got screwed on mana. I've had so many losses because of me getting screwed on mana. This has been, Edge of Eternities experience, and it's unfortunate, but there we go. So we're 2-2 currently. Hopefully get 3 wins. That would be nice. 2 never feels great. You know, I really like to get at least 3 or 4 just so that I kind of break even, but you can't always do that. It is really upsetting that the deck that we drafted earlier today only went 2 wins. Like that was bizarre because it was a really, really strong deck. Well, not really strong deck, but it was a good deck. Like there was a lot of great stuff in it. So to get 2 wins it felt bizarre. But again, there's really not that much of a way to figure out Edge of Eternities in my mind. And I know like a lot of people I watch, they all say the same thing where they can't figure out how a deck's going to perform. Final Fantasy was so consistent that I could almost always tell, like, okay, this is going to get, within 1 or 2 wins of how it actually performed. I could usually kind of tell, but this I have no idea. And I have this bad feeling I'm not going to do more than 2 wins with this deck, and that'll be 2 decks today that only got 2 wins each. And I don't know if it's maybe the matching system just kind of knocking me down. That's a bit of a conspiracy theory there, but so you have it. All right. Well, anyway, thanks everybody for joining today. I do apologize for being a little bit salty. If you like what I do, please like and subscribe. I've also got some more historical videos coming out, just some short form videos about the history of Magic. I try to do like a lot of different things. Like usually I crack packs on stream. I play some drafts. I was thinking about doing like the Cube today rather than doing this premium draft Edge of Eternities, but Cube is not a format I'm really great at. It's something that I should try to get some more practice. And right now on Edge, like Cube is actually quite cheap. It's Arena Cube draft. So it's only 600 gems. Now you don't get to keep any of the cards you draft. It's just a phantom draft. But like for 600 gems, I mean, you get like okay rewards. I mean, again, to make your money back, you need to be in like the 4 or 5 win kind of area, which I don't foresee myself getting to that point because I'm not a cube drafter. It's something that I have literally 0 experience in. I never know what to draft. And it's not a format where you try to build up synergies. Like in the standard drafts, you want to try to build up synergies between cards. So like +1 counters and stuff like that. But in the cube, you just want to try to always get the most powerful card in a pack and just keep building up powerful cards because the cards are from like every set throughout the history of Magic. It's all just crazy powerful cards. So you're going for like individual card power levels rather than trying to, figure out some way to get some sort of synergies. But anyway, that was, and yeah, the chromatic start this week was like, Yeah, I don't know. That wasn't that fun, but there we go. All right, so until next week, usually I do a draft or a stream on Saturdays, but I think from here on out, what I'm going to do is skip. I'm going to skip drafting on Saturdays, but what I will, or streaming on Saturdays, but what I will do is just make a video and post it on YouTube. So if you're not following me on YouTube, I would recommend popping over there. So I'll have like a draft video this weekend at some point, because the next couple of weeks are also like a little bit busy for me. I'm doing a little bit of traveling, and I've got some family coming in as well to stay for a bit. So my schedule is going to be, it's going to need to be a little bit flexible anyway. And I think like recording a video rather than streaming will provide that. Yeah, cube drafts are very intimidating. I couldn't agree more. All right, so until next week, which will be Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, this has been Mint Alpha Lotus. Keep it mint, everybody.